Hello friends, followers and channel members, welcome back to the channel and Bristol Airport. As you can see here on screen, it's a quick video for you today and we're following up with some more of the major announcements that took place at the FSExpo over the weekend. Now, AI technology is something that is slowly working its way into the flight simulation world, and that's great, but the problem is, of course, AI as it stands at the moment is rather expensive. We've seen recently different AI programs coming to fruition in the form of air traffic control and cabin announcements, which is great, but most of these are always going to be subscription based because of the way they work. Now, the only true AI air traffic control program from SayIntentions was released some time ago, and we have covered that previously before here on the channel. It works really well. Originally it was just for VFR, but they have been moving more into IFR as well, basically covering all aspects of air traffic control. The main issue that everybody had with this was that the monthly subscription for this program was, well, rather steep. It was about $30 per month, which is a lot in anyone's book. So their major announcement at the FSExpo is, because AI technology is reducing in cost, they are doing as promised some time ago, now passing these savings on to you. They have been able to reduce their monthly fee from around $30 a month to $20 a month. Now, I do understand, of course, that $20 a month is still quite a lot, but the team do promise to still continue to reduce prices as the technology advances. Now, there are loads of new features with SayIntentions, so I decided to take a short flight using the program and check out all these new features. Let's see how it handled. So I got everything all set up for a quick flight from Bristol to Brussels, utilizing their air traffic control, because I was really interested to see as well how their IFR progress had come, as well as checking out the latest new features that they have to offer. And we'll talk about some future upcoming releasing features a little bit later on in the video. Now, just like any other air traffic control program, the first thing you'd need to do is tune to the ATC. That sounded like this.
Bristol Airport, information Romeo. 1120 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, scattered at 3400 feet. Temperature 22.
So obviously you get the idea. Right, let's ask for our clearance. Bristol ground, good afternoon, EZ34 Alpha Mike, stand 5, A320 with information Romeo, requesting IFR clearances filed to Brussels.
EZ4 Alpha Mike, Bristol ground, information Romeo is correct. Cleared to Brussels via the HOF 1 X-ray departure, then as filed. Departure runway 27, initial climb to 4,000. Departure on 125.855, squawk 4135.
So personally for me, I do think that the time taken to construct the response is still quite long. Again, it all depends on the kind of response that it has to construct, of course, and how busy the servers are. Now, one of the brand new features that they announced at the expo is the fact that this now comes with a cabin crew included, and you can have a professional cabin crew, or you can have a cabin crew that is at the end of a long day and simply just wants to get home. Have a listen.
On behalf of EasyJet and the entire crew, Brian, Melanie, Abby, Captain Gavin, and First Officer Patricia, it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you aboard flight EZY34 AM with service to Brussels. Before we get underway, I need to remind you of a few important details to ensure a smooth and safe departure. Federal regulations require that all carry-on items are stowed securely prior to closing the aircraft door. Please place your items in an overhead compartment or completely under the seat in front of you. Do exercise caution when placing or removing items from the overhead bins, and if you need any assistance, don't hesitate to ask one of us. For those seated in the exit rows, please take a moment to review the safety instructions card located in your seat pocket. You may be required to assist the crew in an evacuation. If you are unable or unwilling to perform these functions, please let us know so we can reseat you. As we are on a full flight today, your cooperation in promptly stowing your carry-on items and taking your seats will greatly assist us in departing on time. Also, please take a moment to familiarize yourself with the nearest exits and review the safety features of this Phoenix A320 aircraft. The weather in Bristol is quite pleasant with a temperature of 22 degrees Celsius and scattered clouds at 3,400 feet. In Brussels, we can expect clear skies and a warmer temperature of 27 degrees Celsius upon our arrival. Again, thank you for choosing EasyJet. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. If you need anything at all, we're here to help. Thank you.
Now, I do apologise for playing the full audio clip, but I thought it was quite important because a couple of things do stick out for me at that. At the moment, the voices still seem rather Americanised, even though I'm flying a UK airline in the UK, Europe, etc. And one of the other things to note, though, that I do like is the fact that it talks about the weather, the live conditions here at the airport and where the destination is going to be. And that, for me, is actually quite a big thing because that is very immersive and usually the kind of thing that you would hear from a real-world cabin crew. One of the other features that they've recently added is the taxi tuner. This allows people to go in and edit the airport information so that the air traffic controllers will now give you realistic taxiway instructions. Many people in the community have already gone through and done this for lots of the major airports around the globe. So you're going to get realistic taxi instructions based on the real taxiway names.
Easy 34 Alpha Mike, taxi to runway 27 via Zulu Bravo. Contact tower on 133.85 when ready for departure.
So obviously that is a really nice touch as well. Now at the moment the skies are empty. You can use traffic injection with your favourite AI traffic injector, but SayIntentions air traffic controllers will not talk or guide these. Now future traffic injection is promised for later on this year. That should be amazing when that comes. But what it will do for now is the air traffic controllers will advise you on any aircraft that may be in your way, basically asking for you to confirm visual contact. If you don't like flying with empty skies though and no other air traffic control about, well, there are some options available. You can turn on the canned pre-recorded AI generated ATC just so you've got something to listen to. You can also listen to other people on the SayIntentions network with the live multiplayer all across the globe. There's also live multiplayer proximity, which means you're only going to hear other live pilots at that time who are realistically within the radio range of your aircraft. Or you can also turn on the pre-recorded multiplayer proximity, and this then means that you're going to hear people that were in your proximity, so you're not going to hear daft things like being in England and hear someone requesting for takeoff clearance in America, for example. I got this whilst I was doing my demo flight and I thought it was quite nice.
Tomjet 736 cleared to Toulouse Blagnac Aerodrome via the HOF 1X departure, then as filed. Climb and maintain flight level 70, departure frequency 125.65, squawk tree 522. Expect runway 27 for departure.
Roger, clear to Toulouse Blagnac Aerodrome via the Hotel Alpha Whiskey Foxtrot 1 X-ray departure, then as filed. Climb maintain flight level 70, flight frequency 125.65 and squawk 3522. Expecting runway 27 for departure. Tomjet 736.
Now, of course, if you are using this program and you don't want to have your audio recorded and then played to other users at a later time, you can opt out from this. So it is not mandatory that everything you say and do on the frequencies will be recorded. With regards to your new AI cabin crew, you can actually interact with them via the intercom. Of course, be sure to respect the sterile cockpit rule below 10,000 feet.
Melanie, Abby, and myself will be coming through the cabin to offer you a selection of beverages and snacks. Please refer to the menu in your seat pocket for a list of available options. For those of you who are interested, the current weather at our destination, Brussels Airport, is looking quite pleasant. We have clear skies with a temperature of 80 degrees Fahrenheit and light winds coming from the east. If there is anything we can do to make your flight more comfortable, please do not hesitate to let one of us know. Thank you for choosing EasyJet, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your flight.
Easy 34 Alpha Mike, expect the ILS runway 1 approach into Brussels via the KOK 8A arrival. Okay, I'll get your descent for you in about 17 minutes. IFR approaches are still a bit of a work in progress, so just hang tight.
So you probably wouldn't hear a real air traffic control say that their IFR approaches are still a work in progress, but even so, it's nice to hear that it is something that the team are working on. However, I wanted to see just how well this approach into Brussels played out. It wasn't the approach that my SimBrief flight plan originally had coded in. Of course, the SayIntentions app does read information from SimBrief, so the fact that it changed en route, I thought it might cause a bit of an issue.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Erica, your lead flight attendant speaking. We hope you've had a comfortable journey with us so far. We're pleased to inform you that we've begun our initial descent into Brussels. The Captain Gavin has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign, so we kindly ask that you return to your seats and securely fasten your seatbelts at this time. Our cabin crew Brian, Melanie, and Abby will be making their final rounds through the cabin to collect any remaining trash or discarded items. If you have any service items such as cups, napkins, or food containers, please pass them to the aisle so we can collect them. Your cooperation is greatly appreciated as it helps us prepare the cabin for landing. The weather in Brussels is clear with a temperature of 81 degrees Fahrenheit, providing us with excellent visibility for a smooth arrival. We would like to thank you for flying with EasyJet on flight EZY34AM today. If you have any final questions or need assistance, please don't hesitate to ask one of our crew members. We'll be on the ground shortly, and we wish you a pleasant stay in Brussels or a safe onward journey. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your flight.
Easy 34 Alpha Mike, 14 miles from Burris. Turn left heading 060 descend and maintain 2000 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 1 approach.
So now actually this was really impressive. They pulled me off the star as we were coming in and gave us ILS vectors to intercept the ILS. Not only did it do that, but it did it with nice precision. It made sure we weren't left too high or gave us a clearance far too early on. In fact, it was pretty much bang on, getting us, as you can see just on the navigation display, aligned with the extended runway centerline, and basically, yeah, a perfect approach onto Brussels runway 01. One of the biggest niggles for me on this program at the moment is that a lot of it is still quite Americanized, so as a European pilot I don't expect to be given the altimeter of 29902. There are times when it did give it me in hectopascals 1013, which was nice, but there wasn't consistency throughout, so something that I'm sure the team are still working on. We also sometimes have voices which are still very Americanized, even though they do have global voice packs and lots of them, but sometimes the wrong one still does creep through and you'll get an American controller and American AI cabin crew flying in Europe and parts of the world which obviously would not normally be with the US accent. So the team have got so many things planned for the future. We obviously have air traffic control, which as far as I can see is working quite well with both VFR and now IFR. We've got the tour guide as well, which we've covered previously on the channel. Flight instructors are also coming in the future. AI cabin crews have been announced and are already available, as you have heard. The next big thing though will be the traffic injection, when it can actually communicate and talk to injected AI traffic, and I think that is the moment when this program will become a real game changer. You can try it for free for 24 hours as well, and I'd love you guys to just go ahead and have a go with this program and then come back, leave a comment down below. I would love to know what you think of the progress of this, and particularly the price cut that has been made. For those of you that are already users and have paid monthly subscriptions already, with the price cut you are going to be refunded the difference, so that's quite nice to get back in your bank balance. So there we go, more updates from FSExpo and SayIntentions, with lots of new features planned for later in the year. I would love to know what you think about this program as well, so as I said, please do leave a comment below. I do try and read all of them, even if I don't get a chance to respond, so thank you everyone for that. If you have enjoyed this video and found it informative, then please do leave a like, and of course if you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications bell so you don't miss any future videos, and of course our live streams. Thanks for watching, I'll see you all again in the next one. Bye bye for now.